Let's start a big round of applause. The next guy up the microphone comes all the way from the beautiful country of Australia. Please help me welcome Mr. Lincoln Do.
Thanks, Mohammed. Thanks, everyone, for coming out. The Late Show. Good on ya. So, Mohammed was talking about hair. I had an interesting haircut experience once in China. The inside of my hairdresser, there was a poster, and the poster was of a Yunnan rice terrace, the province of Yunnan. We all know what rice terraces are. We're on board. Thanks. I just pointed at it, and I said in English to the hairdresser, "This place is awesome. I want to go there." And I thought he could understand English because a few weeks earlier I had walked in there and he'd been like, "Hey!" I'm like, "Oh, hey!" Back. I'm like, "He gets English. This is going to go perfectly well." So he looks at the poster, he scrutinizes that poster, then he looks down at my hair, he goes, "How key?" And he does that to my hair. He stuffed that one up big time. I didn't realize that he thought, this place is awesome, I want to go there, meant I want the haircut that most brings out my inner lesbian. Right? Anyway, but so the next time I went in there, long time later, like 6 months, before I was ready to face him again, I'm like, we're going to finish the chapter to this story. So I sat in the chair again, and I just said, "这个地方很厉害，我很想去那里." He's like, "好。这个发型也很厉害，我可以做." Like, no, man. No. I just want to go there. Buy me a train ticket. Hello, sir. How are you? It's not a recliner. You're not watching pay-per-view, in your hotel room. You're in a live show. Come on and say hello. There we go. So I've recently figured out who the worst foreigners in China are. Good news, white people, it's not us. It is our parents when they come visit us. Yeah, right? I had my parents come here late last year. Oh, they had no China smarts. We're walking along. My mum's like, "Oh, can we buy that, honey?" I'm like, "No, mum, that is fake jade. That's why it costs 20,000 yuan, duh." My dad's like, "Can we get into that, son?" I'm like, "No, that is a fake cab, Dad. We're not getting in that." But then my dad points at this doorway, and he's like, "What about that?" I'm like, "Ooh, well, that is a real massage. But we might want to ask Mum first." Just make sure there's some nice magazines in the waiting room for her to read. And do the thing with you. I thought my parents would be pretty satisfied with my tour guiding skills, right? They're getting a free tour guide here, but it is a blow to the self-esteem of the amateur tour guide when your parents insist on carrying around the Lonely Planet guidebook wherever you go. We're down at the river, and my dad's like, "What's that, son?" And I'm like, Bund Hotel?" He's like, No, that is the Peace Hotel, built in 1929. I'm like, "Oh, cool story, Dad." If you turn to page 273, there is a cool airport we're going to check out after lunch. Bring passport and suitcase, please. I feel like parents coming to China is a good thing for us, foreigners. It allows us to have that long-delayed conversation. In my case, it is, "Lincoln, what are you doing in China exactly?" And I'm just going to lob a truth bomb at the audience here, at foreigners, at Trump supporters. If you're in China, things probably weren't working out in your own country. Let's just be perfectly honest here, right? No foreigner is like, "Wow, I just got accepted into Harvard, and Silicon Valley want to buy this app I invented. But I see here on DaveZSLCafe.com that Ningbo needs a kindergarten teacher." Decisions. So when my parents ask me, "What are you doing here exactly?" I'm like, disappointing you less? Avoiding scrutiny? In Australia, I'm a 5 at best, but here, I'm like an 8, and you can fuck around with statistics here, so I can bump that up to a 9. So, pretty fun. Yeah. Hey. So, my parents think my Chinese is really good. It's not. You can tell I'm still a beginner, because when I speak Chinese, I move my head in the direction of the tone, right? Because that is the only way I can remember them. So when I have a conversation with someone in Chinese, it's like we're doing a fencing bout. They're like, hello, and I'm like, Candy, 你最近怎么样? And it sucks being from Australia and speaking Chinese and having this problem, because Australia is ao da li a. It sounds like a military camp. I'm gonna go to my insurance company and do you guys cover necks, please? Like, this is bad. That's why I'm in mainland China. I could never do Hong Kong. Cantonese, 9 tones. I'd be in intensive care within a day. Yes. So, what else? Like, my dad asked me when he was here, he's like, Lincoln, you're in your 30s now, are you planning to settle down and have children? I'm like, well, I actually did get close once with a Chinese girl. We didn't have a lot in common, but I found it very difficult to break off the relationship because she had the most amazing set of WeChat stickers. Like, they just expressed all the emotions under the sun. No, but seriously, I'm a little hesitant to have children because I'm from a small city in Australia, and I don't know whether there's something in the water where I'm from, or it's just the result of hipster inbreeding. But like, the babies that all my friends are having look really strange. They look extremely androgynous. So what that means is they don't look strongly male, they don't look strongly female. Okay, they're kind of like gender neutral. They're very cute, but why is that a problem, you ask? Well, I went to a party and I didn't know the sex of the baby, and I thought when I look at the baby I can figure it out. But I looked down in the pram and I'm like, I just said, it's a lovely it's beautiful. What are we dealing with here? And the name gave nothing away. The name was Winnipeg, which is a small city in Canada. They used that because quinoa, kale, and grass-fed were already taken within the friendship group. So like, when I found out that Winnipeg was an adorable little boy, I did the ethical thing, I did the moral thing, so that no one else would be in the situation I was just in. And I got a black marker and I just drew a mustache on him, right? So that no one would get confused again. Guys, you've been great. Thanks so much for the time. Cheers.
Lincoln,